Good morning, Steve Ray in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Beans are now down 9 cents, corn's down 4, and wheat's down about 11 cents. Stocks are open a little lower, waiting for some earnings of a few banks, while the dollar is a little bit higher and crude has rallied. Gold, silver, copper, coffee, and cocoa are all lower. I think that the big news overnight is that Argentina should be getting some rains this weekend. Looks like general coverage of maybe the northern 2/3 of the Argentina could get some rain, and I think that's why the bean market and corn market is lower, and wheat's probably following. We also note that this front could move into Rio Grande do Sul. Maps are different as to whether they get rain or not, but they did have some shower activity overnight. China's 2022 pork production was up 4.6%, but GDP was below estimates at 3%, and that might be offering some resistance to commodity markets today if reopening of China does not increase import demand of raw materials. I think the beans are lower because of weather. We saw some deliveries in the January meal and bean contract, uncertain China demand, and Brazil could have a record crop, all offering resistance. The Brazil crops total could exceed the amount of storage that's available by as much as 100 million metric tons. So we'll see if that causes any problems with quality or where the crops are being stored. Corn's down 4 to 5 cents because of the Argentina weather forecast. Brazil has shipped 2.5 million tons of corn in January. The Argentina crop needs a rain right now. Rosario put the crop at 45 million metric tons. Egypt is in for U.S. corn, could be the first tender ever for corn. And Ukraine, still a lot of uncertainty of what their crop size is, how much domestic usage is, and the net that they can export. Wheat's down. Southern Plains is still dry, but Russian prices are still below U.S. prices. Egypt is tendering weekly for wheat using a World Bank loan, and the wheat market also noted that over the weekend, a statistical agency of Russia raised their crop to 104.4 million tons of wheat versus, and that's up 13 million tons from the USDA. So we'll just have to watch and see just how much pullback we are going to have between last week's rally and then from then on, just what do we trade next? Do we trade demand, which is relatively soft exports with strong U.S. domestic demand, or do we just start trading U.S. spring weather conditions? As always, these are my thoughts, not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services.